Hey Tom, it's me, it's Mr. Chris. I've been turned into a Lego. Help! I'm just kidding. So this video is to help you with just practicing throughout the week. I'm going to go through some of the things that we talked about, give you some warm-ups, and break down some of the song in some sections. So the first thing I wanted to deal with is those arpeggios. These are those chords that you'll find them on page 10 of your book. And these are a lot of fun to get going once you get used to them. Basically what we're doing is taking a chord, a C chord, and we're going to double it up between the hands. I'm just using my basic C position, but I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. And when I go over, I'm going to use this second finger on my left hand. It's going to go to C, and then I'm going to come back through those same C chord notes. So let's take a look at what it looks like all together. We got this. Here it goes. And I'll end double chord there like that. That's the one. So let's try that together. I'll go a little bit slower this time. I'll go ready, go. C, E, G, C, E, G, C, G, E, C, G, C major. Okay, good. So once you have that technique going on, you can do it with lots of different chords. Let's try it out with our C minor. If you remember that, we're going to take the E, move it down to E flat. It's going to look like this. Notice I use that same finger going up there playing the C, coming back down through those same notes. Cool. Let's do that together one more time. So see if you can get used to those two. I'll do them fast. You don't have to do them this fast, but just to show you back to back, this is what we're looking at for this page. Cool. So those would be the arpeggios. Let's switch gears now and deal with this gumdrop factory situation. All right, so I'm going to zoom in on the book. All right, so again, in this left hand here, we've got these eighth notes running down there, and that's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if you can get used to counting those, it'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's kind of your lifeline for most of the song. If we go down to the third line, you can see I've written them in there that same way. And that gives me a sense of where those chords are going to hit. I'm going to be on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. And again, that goes for the whole song, all that left-hand stuff. Until we get there at the end, that's kind of a messy little piece right there. Let me show you what that looks like. You were doing it well in the lesson. It's going to go... One more time, nice and slow. You can do it with me if you want. Ready, go. Cool, that'll be the end there. Okay, let's go and look at the right hand part. So again, you were reading these pretty well. Uh-oh, scoot you over there. Okay, so your basic C position. You can follow along with me. I'm going to do, I'll do the first two lines. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 I'm trying to be real careful about those staccatos. Cool. And if you need those notes, it's going to be F, E, D, G, C. All right, cool. Now when we get to those chords, you're going to have to slide up. So I'm coming up to the F chord. We've got 3 of those. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the notes there aren't that hard, but I want you to get really accurate with the count. I think the smartest way is to count out loud. I'm going to play it a couple times with counting out loud. So if you can do it with me, or you can say it with me also, both of those ways will probably help you out. So again, I'm starting on the F chord, F, A, and C. Here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. And then our last line is 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. And that's our right hand part. Again, you're welcome to back that up as many times as you want. Hopefully that'll help you through the week, just making sure that that matches up. Now, the big stuff starts when we start trying to put these guys together. So I would go measure by measure with this. It's going to be, it would be in the lower octave for you, but I'm going to put it up here so you can see it. So we got this C and G, and that's our count. We want that like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So these first right hand notes are worth 2 beats. So that means we're going to play 4 notes down here. I'm going to play just the first measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So each time it's going to hit with that C down here, each of those notes. Let's do that one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. And then before you try the next part, you want to make sure you've got these right hand notes. It's F, E, D, C, E. Let's do that one more time. F, E, D, C, E. Okay, so each one of these notes has a left hand note with it. So you'll start with C and F, G and E, C and D, G and C. Cool. So I'll do that one more time slow, and then we'll see if we can get that going up to tempo. So here's C, here's F, G and E, C and D, G and C, C and E. Okay, now up to speed a little more. And again, this part is kind of difficult, so don't be afraid to just isolate that and work that out. I'll do a couple times this in a loop. Okay, good. Now let's put it through the whole first line. So starting with the E. Good. And again, you can back that up as many times as you like to kind of try to match that. Let's go a little bit slower just to have some options. Okay, good. And then the second line is the same rhythm, so just different notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, the hard part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. Third line. So this is a doozy. It's going to be tough. We got the F chord. Again, keep your count going down here. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try that again. So F chord here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Cool, sorry I didn't mean to do that second measure with that one, but let's look at that on its own. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. We'll loop that a couple times. So back to the F chord. Okay, so let's take that whole line, and then this time I'm going to keep going. I'll count with it this time so you have a good sense of where that goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. And then the last line is pretty easy. We got 1, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Very good. So again, it's a bit of a hard piece, but it's got a cool sound to it. And once you get used to the rhythms, they're not that hard to execute. It's going to be cool. The other thing I wanted to do real quick is just give you a play along for the Captain Hook. This one you got going good. I would just try to think of the steadiness going through. Again, we got those low C's through a lot. I'm going to play it up here again just so you can kind of see it in the frame. And we'll get these parts. So you know all these notes, no problem here. I'll just give you a strong count, and you can play along if you like. So it's going 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 Yay! I can't get him in focus. Anyway, so hopefully that gives you a little bit to go on and just kind of practice through this week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for doing such a good job in the lesson today, and I will talk to you guys next week.